Hey guys, What's the 5 here with episode number 68, and it's bad. It's really bad. Matthew Williamson, the 21-year-old English striker that we signed at the beginning of the season, torn calf muscle, out for 6 weeks to 3 months. He's having such a good season this season. 13 goals in 15 games in the Premier League. You can see here, because of the injury, all of his stats are going down, especially his bravery. That's gone down dramatically. But yeah, that's unfortunate. He's having a great season, averaging a 7.6, 13 goals, 3 assists, 16 goal contributions in 15 games. So he's got 16 goal contributions in 15 games this season already, and he's not going to be back for 3 more months. And then adding on to that, time to get back fitness, he's not going to be back for maybe 4 months. So that's just really unfortunate. At the end of the season, they'll be back. But we've got Russo up top. Russo's started to pull his weight, which is nice to see. So let's go over the results and see what's happened. So the game in which the injury occurred, 19 minutes in, Matthew Williamson went down with his injury before we'd even scored a goal. It took till the 24th minute, 5 minutes after that injury. Jadon Sancho tucked one home. They equalised through Ryan Cassidy in the 33rd. We got one back with Paul Pogba in the 66th. They got one back with Zakowski in the 77th. We got one back to make it 3-2 with Jadon Sancho in the 80th. And then we put the cherry on top. Russo scored in the 90th minute to make it 4-2. We pick up 3 points in memory of Williamson. So for this game against Crystal Palace, all the players, whilst they were warming up, they were wearing pictures with Williamson's face on, like Man City did with Gundogan when he was injured. You know, he's not dead, but, you know, he's injured. So this game, Russo got another goal, 2 in consecutive games. 21st minute, 1-0 up. 74th minute, the man that's come in to kind of replace Williamson, Greenwood, he got one in the 74th. And they actually got a red card in the 91st minute. Isaac Hayden, second yellow. Bit silly, really. This game, dominant, completely dominant, away from home at Selhurst Park. 3 shots, they didn't even have 1 on target. That's how good we were defensively, putting the pressure on them. And they just couldn't get into the game. But unfortunately, neither could Jadon Sancho. He got a 6.4 and he just couldn't find his groove down the left-hand side. Then in the Europa League, we played Vålerenga, and this was a 3-0 victory. Greenwood got one in the 9th. Then in the 10th, Diego Dallo got one, and then one in the 20th for Tammy Abraham. Good game for the strikers there. Greenwood got a 9.0, 1 goal, 1 assist. Tammy Abraham got a goal and assist, got an 8.2. Dallo got a goal, an 8.9. And again, limited to 1 shot, none on target. Completely dominant in shots, possession, and shots on target. We then played our old team, Watford. And this was a 2-1 victory. And if you look at the scoreline, it looks even. It wasn't really that even. Greenwood got one in the 3rd minute. Doubled our lead as Zarek scored an own goal in the 24th minute. They got one back from a Billy Gilmore free kick in the 30th. Jack Grealish got a yellow in the 67th. And then a red in the 75th, 8 minutes later. Down to 10 men. As soon as he got sent off, go on to positives, just retain possession, keep hold of the ball, waste some time. We saw out the game, a 2-1 victory. Dominant again on shots and shots on target, and possession. We had 2/3 of the possession in this game. Really well played. And as you can see here, Pogba picked up a knock in this game, had to come off in the 36th minute. Luckily it wasn't anything too bad, and he was actually able to play in the next game. And that next game was a 5-1 victory against Brighton. Now, Skriniar put us 1-0 up in the 6th minute. They equalised 2 minutes later through Billy Arse. And, you know, I said Russo's been pulling his weight. Well, he got 4 goals in this game. 26th minute, 49th minute, 70th minute, and 79th minute. He also got the assist for the Skriniar goal. So he had 5 goal contributions in this game, a 9.8 rating, 4 goals, 1 assist, in a game where they had a lot of chances, actually. A lot more than I wanted them to have. But their defence didn't play too well. Russo took advantage of that and got 4 goals. At the Premier League, we're top of the league by 2 points over Man City. We still haven't lost yet, 18 games in. We're almost halfway through, and we are currently undefeated, which is nice to see. We're playing Middlesbrough next, who are currently bottom on 1 point. That draw was against Aston Villa, who are 19th, 1 point, or 2 points above them. So hopefully we can go halfway through the season undefeated as we take on Middlesbrough in today's game. Okay, so Middlesbrough have gone for a 4-1-4-1 Mitrovic in goal. Kelly, Diop, Dejoukou and Salesmaker in the defence. Eggestein is the DM. Dredge, Thornsby, Gaspar and Porsteinson as the midfield four, and then a lone striker in Carter. Alderte, first chance here, 9 minutes in. Finds Jorgensen in the midfield. Pogba, he's got Montero ahead of him, turns. Sancho, Russo and Greenwood in the box. Pogba, Jorgensen. He's going to play it up to Greenwood. Turns his man, plays back to Jorgensen. Montero, edge of the box. Jorgensen, just trying to find someone in space. Pogba shoots. Just over the crossbar. Still 0-0. Throw in here for us. Skriniar up to Greenwood. Nikolic is making a run on the inside. Finds Montero. Montero finds Pogba. Into Jorgensen. Got men in the box he can whip it into. It actually gets tackled by Thornsby. Could be a counter-attack here. They've got Nick up top. Dredge to Gaspar. 32nd minute. Eggestein being pressed here by Montero. Plays it only as far as Jadon Sancho. He's going to charge forward with the ball now. Plays it up to Russo. Montero. He's got Jorgensen on the inside. He can hit one from long range. Plays it back to Montero. Jorgensen out wide. Can he whip one in? Does. Montero hits the crossbar. But from the rebound, he nods it home. Or tucks it home. And he makes it 1-0. Fifth goal of the season for Wilson Montero. Wilson Dynamo Montero, sorry. Plays a 1-2 of Jorgensen. Plays him out wide. Whips in the cross. Gets the volley, hits the crossbar. And then just tucks home the rebound once the keeper's still down. Well played. Pogba charging forward. Plays it over to Sancho. That's a brilliant ball. 36 minutes in. Whipped across. Can't get it even to Russo. Montero. Down to Nikolic. Just over, apparently. Apparently that was just over. Throw in here. Nikolic. Into the box. Greenwood. Takes it down. Finds Pogba on the edge. Strikes it. Over the crossbar. It's got many men. Nikolic has got a lot of space on the other side if anyone can find him. Russo's going to lay it off to Jorgensen. He's going to put it into Greenwood. To Nikolic. Turns his man nicely straight at the keeper though. Nowhere near enough power on that one. Men out wide. He finds Montero. The goal scorer for this game. Montero charging forward. Thornsby with the tackle. Porsteinson charging forward now. Tracks back is Pogba and Sancho. Sancho wins the ball brilliantly. And then finds Pogba. Continues his run. Can we get a goal from this? Great ball up to Nikolic. Whip one in for Greenwood. Near post. Greenwood knocks it home. 10th goal of the season. Nikolic with the assist. Brilliant across pitch ball by Paul Pogba to set up Nikolic. Look at this. Pings it into the space. Nikolic has got the pace to run into it. Greenwood at the near post. Jumps higher than the man marking him. And he just nods it home. 2-0. Doubling our lead. That's exactly what we wanted. But I am still going to take Paul Pogba off. At the end of this episode. Pavon. Whips it in Greenwood. Taken down in the box. Going to have a look at VAR here. 74 minutes in. This could... Yeah, it is. Pavon's going to take the penalty. This could be to wrap up the game. Christian Pavon from 12 yards out. Can he tuck it home? No, he can't. Right at the keeper. You never go right down the middle for a penalty, man. Come on. Pavon from a free kick. Dinks it across. Kelly nods it to Montero. He's got Pavon back out wide. Putting it back across. Own goal. Who's scored the own goal? Lloyd Kelly, the left back. 3-0. Pavon couldn't score the penalty, but he set up the own goal. Pretty much securing the victory there. 3-0, 3 points, 10 minutes left. We should be able to see this one out. Montero's got a nice pass on him. Couldn't quite get it to Nikolic. Jorgensen now charging forward. To Montero. Saul to the left. Whipped the ball in. Kelly heads it to Jorgensen. That means he's out of place for Nikolic to put something. Nope. Jorgensen to Montero. Saul. Got a chance himself here. Pavon cuts inside, taking out Greenwood. 11th goal of this game. 11th goal of the game? 11th goal of the season. Second goal for the game. Mason Greenwood. We've moved him into the advanced forward position and he's gone and got himself a goal. 9.3 rating for him, damn. Dynamo's on an 8.5. Played very well this game. He didn't even get to take it. The whistle was blown during it. Man of the match was Greenwood. He got 2 goals. Pavon missed the penalty. Was the... player that struggled to perform. Dominant in possession. Shots, they only had 2, none on target. It's what you expect when you play bottom of the league. But Greenwood and Montero had 2 very good games. Next up, mid-table Chelsea with a 1-day break. So we're going to have to play a very tired team. We've had the day's rest. We're going to send the team out to Stamford Bridge. Look how tired they are though. So they've gone with Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal. Schnetzler at left back. Pavard, Pognasrich as the 2 centre backs. Rest of the Chelsea lineup: Arrizabalaga in goal. A back 4 of Schnetzler, Pavard, Pognasrich, and Paulo Marcelo. DMs of Maicon and Tielemans. An attacking midfield 3 of Bordas, Kovalenko, and Jesse Lingard, former United player. And then up top, Moise Kean. It's going to be a very difficult game. Alright, here we go. Tammy Abraham, former Chelsea boys, kicking us off. 90 minutes of the bridge. It's going to be tough. Whipped across, Sancho with 10 seconds in. Could we get a chance, early chance? Taken out by his best friend, Lingard. No, they're not best friends. They're just England friends. Pavon cuts inside from the left. Plays it straight into the path of Kovalenko. Bordas. Keane gets in behind. De Gea right into his hands. Nicely done. Nicely done by the veteran keeper. They've got a couple tired players. They've actually got players into the 70s. Marcelo, Tielemans, Maicon, Bordas. So we might have the slight stamina advantage, actually. Lingard's played through. He's going to whip it back across. Good block there by Antonio. Tielemans back to Marcelo. Double press. Maicon. With 16 minutes in, Maicon to Schnetzler. Cuts inside to Tielemans. Maicon. Going to be back to Tielemans. Back to Maicon. Back to Tielemans. Going to play out wide to Schnetzler. He's being pressed by Pavon. Saul was pressing Tielemans there. Both of them pressing Schnetzler. Bordas. Down this left-hand side. Cuts inside. Plays it across the Lingard at the back post. And he tucks it home. Could be offside. I think he's offside. Come on. Good defence there. Good line. How far offside is he? He's quite far offside. Yeah. Well played, defence. Well played. Looking at my bench actually isn't that tired. Marcelo throws it in. Tolisso wins the header to Montero. With 28 minutes in, he's got Sancho ahead of him. Plays it back to David De Gea. He plays it then upfield. Only as far as Tielemans. He plays it to Maicon. A lot of people down the right-hand side for Chelsea here. Marcelo. Back to Tielemans. Pognasrich. Back to Marcelo. Russo's pressing quite nicely here. Tielemans. Montero's come up. Pognasrich to Maicon to Tielemans to Schnetzler. Bordas is up ahead of him. Plays it back into Tielemans. Half an hour into this game. Kovalenko receives the ball. Lingard ahead of him. Keane. Keane finds Maicon. He finds Schnetzler out wide. Maybe putting a cross. Does so. Lingard at the back post. A cross goal hits the crossbar. Dale Fry clears. Kepa from the goal kick. 67 minutes in. Outfield. Burns. Pogba wins it down to Elise. Played across over the top to Abrahams. He should be able to get... Pavard. Pavard to Pavon. Played across to Paul Pogba. In the middle. Shoots. Hits the crossbar. Deflects to Russo. I think Russo was offside. Yeah, Russo was offside. 2 disallowed goals for both sides now. It had to be pretty close. That's really close. That is really, really close. Back in the day, you wouldn't have got away with that. That would have probably counted. Paulo Marcelo to Lingard. 70 minutes in. 20 minutes left in this game. I've got one more sub left. Bentaleb. Marcelo. Maicon. Over the top. Deflected. What happened there? Antonio's going to pick it up. Play it across to Fry. He's been pressed to Keane. What are you doing? Fry is not even facing the right way. That is Fry's fault there. I'm not putting any blame on Antonio there. Complete blame on Fry. You've got to be facing your teammates there, man. Pogba shoots. He's shooting from free kicks that you just don't shoot from. Kepa. 2 minutes left in this game to try and salvage something. Elise nods it on to Bentaleb. Wright to pick up the ball, gets the better of the defender. He's got a man over at the back. And he's just dinked David De Gea. Jake Wright has just dinked David De Gea to make it 2-0. And this game is all over for us. We've been the better side, attacking-wise. 2 mistakes leading to the goals. Elise heads it straight to their player. And Antonio played it right to one of their players. How we could have used Williamson in this game. Would have been very, very useful. Russo over the top. Got Greenwood in the box. Pognarasic takes him out. Good tackle. Should have had a penalty here. I'm pretty sure that was a penalty. And the fact that we played 1 day after, with 1 day's rest, I think is stupid. Really think I was stupid. If we had had the normal rest, we would have won that. We could have played our full French squad. But no, unfortunately not. As for next episode, we're going to go for Spurs and Leicester. So the end of the January transfer window. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.